So earlier this month, my wife and I traveled to Mexico to attend the wedding of a very close friend, and basically everybody that I was talking to was telling me that unfortunately, even in Puerto Vallarta, petty theft is still a big problem. So I was going to do my best to take as few things as possible, which is kind of hard because I take a camera with me basically everywhere that I go. Unless you're a criminal watching this video, then I don't carry my camera everywhere I go. Now I tend to pack quite a bit of tech and gear wherever I go, so I thought this was going to be a great challenge to try and create a minimalist travel kit. Of course, whatever I was going to take had to fit in one suitcase and this bag right here. So my travel bag of choice here is the Wandered Provoke 21 liter. I think this is a great bag. In fact, I think the way that the inside is laid out is basically almost the perfect tech/camera bag. There are a few things that I have issues with it, but otherwise it does a really great job. So I needed everything that I was going to take to fit into here, and I wanted it to be able to roll all the way down like this. First things first, big refillable water bottle. Minimalist, still get thirsty. Now, as we get into the back of the bag, this is where most of the tech is going to live. First off, I have an old iPad mini because when on a plane, I become an iPad kid. This is mostly just for the airplane. I just download a bunch of movies that I could watch and just pass the time with this. Now, I was not going to travel with any more than one lens, so my camera and lens of choice, the Fujifilm X-T4 with the 16-55 f2.8. If there is one lens that could basically do it all, it is this lens. Now, even though this lens does not inspire a ton of creativity, it doesn't have a very unique character to the lens, it more than makes up for it in its utility. This is probably the most versatile lens that I have, but as versatility and utility goes up, creative factors tends to take a hit. But when you could only travel with one lens, this is one that I highly recommend. I recently got this thick wrist strap right here. It's going to keep this attached to my body, unless somebody takes my hand with the camera. Moving along here, I have my pack of filters just because it's super easy to pack. It doesn't take much room. I usually have a variable ND filter in here, but it is on my other camera that's filming right now. 2 extra batteries. The batteries for the X-T4 last for a very long time. I don't ever need more than 2 or 3 in a day. Now, I didn't use this in Mexico, but in case that I was going to shoot some video, the Rode Video Micro, great travel mic. And then the last bits of tech all fit into this. This is the Peak Design tech pouch. It is bigger on the inside. It's kind of like the TARDIS from Doctor Who. So the first thing out of here is this. I didn't want to travel with a big old set of headphones, so for noise canceling headphones, these are the Audio-Technica ATH CKS50TW. It is the worst name in electronics, but this is probably my favorite true wireless noise canceling earbuds of all time. The batteries in these last absolutely forever. They sound great. The app is easy to use. The only 2 downsides that I could think of is how bulky the case actually is and the call quality. The call quality is awful. Usually I travel with the Sony WH-1000 XM4s, but I wanted to make this as minimal as possible, so this fit the bill. In case I ran out of movies, I always travel with my Kindle. So for a minimalist travel setup, I wanted to eliminate as many cables and charging blocks as possible. So to charge basically every device that I have this. This is the Anker GAN Prime. I don't remember exactly the model number. I'll have it right here. This will basically charge everything at the same time. There are 2 USB-C ports with one that could charge a laptop and 1 USB-A port. So this takes care of all of my charging needs when I'm near an outlet, but when I'm not near an outlet, I have this big old thing. This is an Anker charging bank, but this has 26,500 milliamp hours of power and it has 2 USB-C and 1 USB-A. Again, one of the USB-Cs could charge a laptop. And then the cables that I travel with, I have 2 USB-C cables, one for my laptop, one for my computer, and one iPhone cable. The computer cable is just permanently in my pouch. I didn't travel with a laptop for this trip. So that's the travel pouch. The last two things, or at least actually three things, trying to get back into an analog lifestyle. This is just a normal blank notepad and a pen. They always give you a customs form on the plane and nobody ever has pens. And lastly, my passport, but that's put away somewhere and I don't want to go get it. So yeah, this is my minimalist travel setup. I didn't necessarily think that I was really missing anything, and everything fits very, very nicely into just this and the backpack here, and everything just packs down very, very quickly. Camera in, microphone in, batteries and filters in, Kindle and iPad in. Close up the back. And then the last two things here. Tech pouch, pen and pad, all in. And everything collapses down to a very, very compact size. Boom. And that's it. So yeah, this is my minimalist travel setup, and in true minimalist fashion, because there's not much to talk about inside of this bag, this is going to be a pretty short video. Thanks so much for watching. Hope this gives you some good ideas.